Here, a shadow minister quits the Labour front bench over the leadership's stance on the Israel-Gaza war.
The possession of nitrous oxide, so-called laughing gas, becomes a criminal offence in the UK from today.
Good morning. Plans to ban any new houses in England and Wales from being sold as leasehold were part of the King's speech, but it won't include flats, and critics say it'll be years before the impact is felt by anyone currently affected.
For you, and a murder investigation has been launched after a 15-year-old boy was stabbed near a school in Leeds. Emergency services were called to Town Street in Horsforth and near St Margaret's Primary School just before 3 o'clock this afternoon. The boy, who's a former student at nearby Horsforth School, later died in hospital, and police say 2 teenage boys have been arrested in connection with the incident. At the COVID inquiry, Lord Udny Lister, a former Chief of Staff to Boris Johnson, confirmed that early in the pandemic, the then Prime Minister offered to be injected with COVID-19 on television to demonstrate to the public that it did not pose a threat. The family of Captain Sir Tom Moore have lost their planning application appeal, meaning that they have to demolish an unauthorised spa building in their garden. And hundreds of people have attended a memorial service for BBC News presenter George Alagaya, who died in July. Colleagues and family members paid tribute. You're live with BBC News. Now, King Charles has delivered his first King's Speech to Parliament, outlining the UK government's priorities.
Energy suppliers can resume fitting prepayment meters in homes in Britain today under strict rules set out by the regulator Ofgem. Some people who were struggling to pay had been forced onto more expensive prepayment meters. Firms had been banned from doing this after it was revealed agents had broken into the homes of vulnerable people. Ofgem has now said companies need permission from the regulator and a court warrant. Fruit flavours may be banned and extra taxes applied to e-cigarettes in a crackdown on vaping aimed at children. Legislation to allow tighter restrictions was promised in the King's speech. The move, which could apply to the whole of the UK, could also see vapes having to be hidden from view in shops and plain packaging introduced. From today, drug users can be prosecuted for the possession of nitrous oxide, often known as laughing gas. It's now categorised as a Class C drug, and repeat offenders could face a 2-year prison sentence. The government says it's changed the law because it can damage users' health and cause antisocial behaviour.
Look at the papers this Wednesday morning, and the Times front page reporting that the Metropolitan Police has resisted political pressure, it says, to ban a pro-Palestinian march that's set to take place in London on Saturday ahead of this year's Remembrance Day commemorations.
It also leads the Telegraph, which reports that the Forces Commissioner, Sir Mark Rowley, has said he cannot ban a march on Armistice Day.
The Eye this morning focusing on an apparent rift caused by Home Secretary Suella Braverman's proposal to restrict the use of tents by homeless people. You've seen that in the papers and on the news at the weekend. But the Eye reporting that that plan, which she revealed a few weeks ago, was never cleared by Prime Minister Rishi Sunak, and it wasn't in the King's speech yesterday.
The Guardian is one of a number of papers which covers vigils held in Israel to mark 1 month since attacks by Hamas, which the UK regards as a terrorist organisation, killed more than 1,400 people. Many lit candles in Tel Aviv to mark the anniversary.